Hello everybody, this is Kurt with the Naked Kurt Experience, and I'm back playing some more Diablo 3, and today I'm going to be doing some more with the Barbarian. What I'm planning really, honestly, is to hope and pray that I'm going to get my main weapon. I still have the friggin' Solemn Vow. It's not a very good one, but I have it. I'm hoping for the Warrior Blood. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys along while I do that, just to have some fun and talk and entertain. There has been some stuff I've seen where people have been using Focus and Restraint on a Barbarian again. But when you look at their builds, they have no primary generator. And last I knew, you're required to. One guy I thought was even using... actually, all you see down here, except for Ignore Pain, he's using Furious Charge. But that doesn't count, though, because it... Oh, it generates 15 Furia, that's right. It is a generator. So, I think I might test that out in just a minute, but placing Furious Charge on, using that once in a while it's ready to go. So utilizing that, let's go ahead and try that out. And then I can use something, since I am doing a physical build, physical might be a good idea. You know, stamina might be a good idea. I'll go ahead and throw that on there. So we'll go ahead and try this. You know, why not? I forgot that Furious Charge generates, not degenerates. It's you lose a charge, but you generate Fury. Forgot. But we're gonna go ahead and try this because I've seen this kind of floating around. Because I've been doing it purely without Focus and Restraint. But the damage boost you get is pretty substantial. So let's go ahead and see if this works. I'm gonna bring you guys along. So we'll go ahead and switch this over and say that I'm looking for my Warrior Blood. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to bring you guys along to see how Furious Charge will work well with Whirlwind, if at all. So I'm assuming that this is still the general playstyle, is just eating through enemies, but then you occasionally... Furious Charge, okay. The only problem is I wonder if I should have been doing... Ooh. Ah. Ouroboros. Yeah, I'm getting a massive damage boost doing that, so... I might keep this as is. The only problem is that I need to see, like, if I should be doing 2 charges or not. I should look that up again. Because I don't really need to Ignore Pain for what I'm going to be doing. Alrighty. But yeah, so the whole main scope of this video here today is just to be kind of on the lookout for a Warrior Blood. I'm feeling very lucky today with the whole E3 conference the other day that I was telling you about yesterday with Bethesda and E3 conference. With that all coming out, and not yesterday, wow. E3 conferences yesterday. Today is still technically the 15th. I'm still recording this the same day. Like I always do. I just got really confused there for myself. I'm having a stroke or something? Jeez. But yeah, so with the E3 the Bethesda conference yesterday, naming all that stuff off, and tomorrow being my birthday, and all this other stuff going on, I feel very confident today, very, very lucky. I don't know why. So we're going to go ahead and see if that's true. The one thing I need to look up, though, I want to check, and I want to see if people actually have statistics on this or not. For this build, if I am using Focus and Restraint and getting the damage buff, does the damage buff stay intact if Focus and Restraint deprocs while I still have a Tornado going? So say like if I have both of those and they're just about out now, like right when they're about to run out, and I fire off a Tornado right before they both run out, do I still get the damage proc from both of them while Focus and Restraint aren't proc still? Like, or does it automatically turn down the damage of the Whirlwind Tornado as soon as it happens, or are the Tornadoes not affected? Is it just my Whirlwind that's affected itself? Like the actual damage I do hitting them? Doesn't seem like it, because it seems like they're getting a lot more of a damage boost, or I mean, whenever they're getting hit by tornadoes now, so. But yeah, so I guess this is a good, really good thing to say. So, if you're looking to use a focus and restraint for a barbarian, apparently this is the way to go. I didn't even think about this, to be honest. I don't even have a good focus and restraint either. They're pretty mediocre, to be honest. They're like one of them only has crit damage, the other one only has crit chance. They both don't have both. You want crit damage, chance, and main stat if you can help it. Sometimes if you're really needing it, crit damage, crit chance, and a secondary like cooldown reduction or resource cost reduction if you need so, instead of a main stat. If you really want. You don't need to do that though. I was really hoping that I get another elite pack back here so I don't have to... nope. Not that lucky. I'm gonna have to go all the way this way. Run, bitch, run. Excuse me. Whew. Ah. But yeah, if you have any information on that, whether or not the focus and restraint still boosts the damage of your tornadoes, even after they're not being procced at the bottom anymore, let me know. I would assume that they still would, seeing as that tornado had the damage boost when you let it fly, and I don't think they would have done another calculation to make it turn off when you lose it, since the tornado is going to disappear soon anyway, right? That would be my assumption. Good thing about having Furious Charge on too is it allows you to move faster through a level. So I'm pretty excited about that as well. So the reason why we did that is because I don't really care about doing normal risks because I don't get that many drops out of it except for today, weirdly enough. It was for that Greater Rift Keystone. I have a bunch of others on my other characters, but I'm trying to keep those separated and allow each person to have their own set, because when I start swapping them around, you know, get unlucky. That's terrible. Well, it's not horrid, but it's not good. New goods today. Shut up.
Such a brave soul.
I hate when I'm clicking down there and I keep like moving forward and I talk to somebody while I'm trying to use freaking Paragon. Okay, so I'm gonna do my normal basic method of trying to farm, which, you know, is probably antiquated, but I still do it because it's fun for me and I enjoy it and I feel powerful killing things that are really weak. Now we play the waiting game.
Why do you keep glancing over at Kadala?
Oh, just making sure she isn't up to anything suspicious.
Uh-huh. You want that ass. I was talking to the guy talking to Tyrio. Yeah. I'm not crazy. Shut up, I'm not crazy. Alrighty, right. I was reading my emails while I waited. Professional, I know. But yeah, so Wednesday. Just to let you know, I'm going to be testing out to see whether or not the Fallout video is going to have any impact and whether or not people are going to want to watch that. So that'll be my day for that. So if you're expecting more of this kind of stuff Wednesday, just letting you know that might not happen. I might have like another Diablo video up Thursday or some other video. We will see. But for the most part for Wednesday, unless if something changes or like I'm having crashing issues or instability with a lot of the mods I have on when I start a new game, you should expect Fallout New Vegas / Fallout 3 to be recorded then. I'm hoping that everything goes well and that it actually is received in a good way. Because like I was saying in my other video, I'm not doing, you know, videos just for views. I'm doing them for my own entertainment. But it's the same idea like I was saying in the other one, where if you've invited a friend over to show him a new game that you really love, and he doesn't pay attention and he watches shit on his phone or something all day instead. you know, if he sits there staring at his phone the whole time while you're trying to show him a game you love, the very first thing you go is, well, I'm not going to play this, you know, for that audience anymore, that person. Same idea here. I love playing these games and stuff, and I love making videos on them, but if nobody else is watching, it's really just me playing by myself again. And I already played it enough by myself, so I might not make more of them for a while, or for that reason, just due to the fact that, you know, it wouldn't be that fun. That's the whole point of this for me, is that I'm trying to have fun doing this stuff. I'm trying to show you guys what I love. So we'll just wait and see. We will see Wednesday, and we'll see if I get any interest from some people. Because those are the games I enjoy and love the most. But when I started my YouTube channel not too long ago, there weren't many games that were new out that were RPGs. And doing a lot of the Witcher content, you know, it's me playing and all, but people aren't really interested in it so far, so I don't do that many of them. I only do them when I really, really want to show off some stuff I've been doing that day, or like what I've been up to in the game. But it's my hope and my belief that a lot of people that love the Fallout games, either, you know, when you got it when you were young or when you were older like I was, when it first came out and stuff, and how much you actually enjoy it like I do, I'm hoping that, you know, that nostalgia and coming back to it and playing it again will be of interest to more than 2 or 3 people. And maybe that interest will bring more people here so we all can watch and play and laugh together and build a character together. Because that's one of the most entertaining things that you could do on YouTube when you start an RPG out, is you play that kind of role-playing element where you pick the character, you build him, and then you tell people how he's going to be. And with how that character is going to be dictates, you know, what he's going to do, how he's going to react to certain things, and how he's going to be. So, like, you can be a complete and utter dick in a game like that. You know, kill everything you want to, beat people, steal all their stuff, or you could be the benevolent benefactor that just, you know, rules over everybody, and everybody loves you and praises and kisses your feet, and you give them money for no reason, you know, that kind of stuff. And it gets more entertaining when you build a character and start talking about how he's going to be, and then you see the people that watch this, like, because I've done the same thing in other channels that I watch. You see the people down in the comments watch this, and they start developing their reaction towards your character. And they start seeing how the character should act, and they wonder, you know, whenever a character change may happen, like, what's happening? He usually wouldn't do this kind of stuff. Why is he being so nice? You know, that kind of thing. And it's a really good interaction tool for fans of the game altogether, because it's one person playing it, of course, and so there's always arguments and speculation on whether or not this particular person's good or not in terms of playing a game. But when it comes to an RPG, you don't necessarily have to be good at the game, you know. You just have to have a mildly good way to play it. You know, be mildly okay at shooting, be mildly okay at sneaking, etc. But what you need to be definitely good at is paying attention to the story, figuring out what you're doing, and playing who you are. And I think that that's the most entertaining part about it, because when other people get in there with you and get that, it's like you're all playing it together. They're watching you do it, but they know what's coming based on how they see your character develop. And so they get more interested in watching that as it is. And that's what I'm hoping, is that I can replay Fallout New Vegas, play it for you guys, all of us have a good old laugh together. And then when Fallout 4 comes, I can start filming that and playing that to my heart's content, because I can't wait for that. The best part, too, is I'm really a sucker for collectible stuff, especially Bethesda collectible stuff. When the Skyrim edition came out, the Legendary edition, I got that one when it first came out. And so I have the dragon on the dragon statue and stuff. When BioShock Infinite came out, I got that. So I have the, I don't really want to, damn helmet. I saw the set piece up in the corner and I was excited. Oh yeah, I need a fart like that right now. That felt good just to me for listening. You know, when people say that, you know, oh, that felt good just to hear you burp. It made me feel better. Same idea with a fart, I guess. But yeah, there's, when BioShock Infinite came out, and the, oh, what's it called? I haven't played it in so long. The bird, the songbird, whatever, the protector. That massive statue came out and everything. I got that. BioShock 2, when that came out, I got the record and stuff and everything. the vinyl that they had. I'm a sucker for collectible stuff. I have a lot of that kind of thing. So the new collectible for Fallout 4 is the Pip-Boy. It's called the Pip-Boy edition, and you can put your phone into it and actually use that as a secondary. They're using the same kind of concept as GTA 5, where you have the Rockstars um, app that you can use in game, and it'll change stuff in game. I think it's the same idea, where you can look at your character's actual Pip-Boy on your phone, and if you have the Pip-Boy Collector's Edition, you can put your phone in and act like you have that on your hand. It's goofy and shit, but it's a really cool collectible. And I like collecting that kind of stuff just because it's really cool decorative piece to talk about. Because, you know, when I first grew up, there was a stigma around video games. Like when I was born in 91, so I'm not too old, obviously. I'm still rather young. But when I was first born, games only were just coming out then. There were, you know, consoles that just started, and we had that kind of stuff. We had the SNES when I was growing up. And not too much more. I didn't get a freaking PC till I think I was 16 years old. And we didn't have actual, like, internet at the house, like, good internet. We had dial-up and then cable DSL, until 18, 19 years old, I think. That's when we finally got something a little bit better and then started moving, and then we got really fast internet, and it's been like that ever since. But I didn't have all of that cool, crazy shit that all of the people growing up now get instantly as soon as they, you know, come up. And a lot of people nowadays automatically have a computer at the age of like 14. I didn't even have a cell phone until I was 17 or 18. The reason why I wasn't supposed to get one until I was 18, just due to the fact that my mom didn't want us to have one. I was completely fine with that. I only got one when I was 17 and just finishing up high school, due to the fact that my brother got one when he was over 18 and he was giving me his hand-me-down. And she's like, you know what? You're a good son. I mean, might as well give it to you earlier. He was kind of mad that I got it earlier than he did when he was younger, but he's not. He was kind of a bad person when he was younger. But yeah, I didn't get any of that stuff until those ages. I was way old. I didn't even get my freaking driver's license because I wasn't able to get a car till I was 18. A very used car, which I love. But I didn't get I had my permit right when I was 16. Didn't get my license until I was just about 18, like right before I was 18, just because I wouldn't get my car till then. I had my license by the time we finally went and picked out my car. And I drove it home that day because I had my license. I was able to drive my own car home that day. It was fantastic. But the point of the story is I didn't have all that kind of stuff when I was younger. So, actually, hold that thought. I will be right back. I have to go and do something. So just give me a second. I'm going to stop the video. Hey guys, I'm back. There was some screaming outside, and I was like, what? And it was just some younger kids. I forgot school's out and everything. And I was kind of worried because it sounded pretty bad at first, but it was just them running and screaming. It scared me. Where was I? Oh yeah, so the whole point I got about explaining that kind of stuff was that, you know, when I was younger, there was a stigma around video games, that, you know, they were just kind of silly stuff and you shouldn't be paying attention to that. You should be doing your schooling, blah, 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 blah. Nowadays, that kind of stuff has changed drastically because video gaming has become a massive industry for people. Like, you can talk to almost anybody nowadays, and it's not how it used to be when I was in high school or middle school when you, hey, do you know about video games? You know, some people are like, yeah, you know, that kind of stuff. Now, anybody you talk to on the street, there's a very good chance that they've played some form of video game and that they enjoy it. And that they probably have a favorite of theirs they could talk to you about. And I don't care. Everybody plays games. You may not consider yourself a gamer, or people may not consider you a gamer if you play certain games, but you can still say that you play video games if you play something even as simple as, you know, Angry Birds on your phone. You still play a video game at one point, you still know what you like, and you still, you know, have a favorite. My mom plays games now. She never really cared. Like, she played a little bit of that SNES when we were younger with us together and would piss us off because she'd be way better at, like, you know, Donkey Kong and stuff. Nowadays, she can't handle it. The whole 3D aspect, you know, 3 planes instead of the whole 2. Nope. Pisses her off. She's like, no, there's no way I'm going to try those. But she will play stuff on her tablet or on her, you know, on her phone, like Solitaire. She'll be playing Angry Birds and, like, the bubble popping games and stuff. That still counts as playing games. I don't care. I stand by that, the fact that all people play games nowadays. But back when I was growing up, when they had a stigma around them where you know, people didn't really talk about them, it would kind of suck and anything like that to, you know, have this kind of stuff and play it and be excited about it and then not be able to talk to many people about it. Nowadays, that's changed so much that, you know, getting a collector's edition from something like that can actually mean a lot of money down the road, too. So there was a whole spiel, you know, people used to do with Beanie Babies. We have a collection of Beanie Babies. My mom does, that is, in the house, you know. People collected that kind of stuff. People used to collect all stuff when they were younger, too, and then you find out later that they're actually worth a lot of money. People thought they were toys. Hot Wheels. Some of the Hot Wheels that are rare nowadays can be worth thousands of dollars. When back when, you know, the parents bought it for their kids back when they first came out, maybe the 70s Hot Wheels, 80s Hot Wheels, whatever, and they would be like, you know, they're just toys, you know, put away your toys and stuff. Or they're toys are meant to be played with, and some people would actually keep them in the box. Find out nowadays, it's like, glad I did that, because they're worth, you know, five grand per Hot Wheel, you know. It's kind of a similar idea with gaming stuff like that now, like collector's edition gaming stuff, because they can become worth a lot of money. When I went and bought Bioshock Infinite, when I went to finally, you know, kind of pre-order it. Yes, I'm one of those people that pre-orders. If I really like the game company and I'm really trusting in them, I'll do it. For Bioshock, I really trust their game company, so I did it. And I pre-ordered. Oh, I went to go and try to pre-order Bioshock Infinite. It was a month ahead of time before the game would come out. 2 months. I'm not even kidding. 2 months actually, that I was going to pre-order. Everywhere in my area, it was sold out for the collector's edition. Everywhere. The common edition you could get on digital copy, but I didn't want a digital. I wanted a physical copy of the game. Everywhere it was sold out. I was so confused. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is one of the most anticipated games ever, and it's already friggin' sold out. I had to go on eBay and get it, and it cost a little bit extra, just due to the fact that, you know, supply and demand. So you had to pay a little tiny bit more for it than what it was worth. But the guy was still nice. He didn't make me overpay for it, you know, like the retail. I don't even remember what it was. I paid probably about $10 more and then shipping. Still good. I was lucky because all the other places, whenever you went online on eBay to look for it at the time, it was like, you know, all $4 grand. Like, what? Or like, you know, $500. Like, not even close to that much money that those things are worth. So that's the kind of thing that happens, you know. And if it's a really well-anticipated game, like Fallout 4 will be, collector's edition stuff like that might sell out quick. So, you know, pre-ordering has a stigma around it nowadays because a lot of companies have been kind of getting away. Ooh, set piece? Ah, helm again. There's been a lot of stigma around that with collector's editions being shit, you know? Or not collector's editions, with pre-ordering. Let me see real quick. What note do I have? 38. This will probably be a 39. Yeah, I'm going to go and try it. With pre-ordering being shit, because a lot of people that have been delivering games nowadays, they deliver it incomplete and it's crap, and you buy it on pre-order and you never wanted to buy it because of how bad it was and you didn't know how bad it could be. With Bethesda, there's a stigma around them having issues with their games coming out being buggy. But the fan base is so massive that, you know, there's patches like day 3 from actual players, not just the company themselves, players too. The bugginess doesn't detract from how good the game is, so I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna go ahead and... Okay. So I'm not too worried about that, so I want to pre-order it, especially seeing as the fact that, you know, it's probably going to sell out quick. Just due to the fact that it's so well received as a game. Like, there's so much hype around it now. Especially if you saw what all the stuff they're adding to it, they are not disappointing their fans. That's for damn sure.
No way.
Anyway, this is the highest rift I've done with this character now. 38. If I remember last time I did a 38 with this character, it was quite the hassle. It's going to be even more so because now I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful against elite packs. Let me go ahead and just clear these guys out. I think for me right now, ranged is my bane, but poison, obviously, since I have Mara's Kaleidoscope, is nice. Sorry I've been talking so much about friggin' Fallout and all that, but I've just been so excited. And you guys know what I'm doing through here, and I've already explained it, and now it's just the process of going through what I said I was going to do. But yeah, this is the highest rift that I've done with this character so far. He doesn't have the right assets yet in terms of weapons. Just because I need that friggin' warrior blood still. So if you're wondering why this is taking so long, why I'm not doing nearly as much damage as I could be. That's the reason why. It's just I don't have this character completely built yet. The one good thing about having an in-gam right now, though, is that I am getting the stack reduction whenever I kill an elite pack, so I can Furious Charge a little bit more often, get a little bit bonus to my damage. And dead. Let's see. So it looks like I'll be able to complete this okay as long as I don't get one of those hellish elite packs that I can't defeat easily with this character. Or if they keep murdering me over and over again. And it also depends on who I get as a Rift Guardian. We will see. If you're also wondering too, I forgot to say this before I started. The way that this character is built right now, I'm using the Unforgiving, so now I generate, I think it's Unforgiving. I generate Fury per second, but then instead of being able to use Blood Funnel, which would help me regen life with, oh jeez, I ran right into that. With Whirlwind, I can't generate life with that right now. I'm using Blood Funnel, not Blood Funnel. I'm using the other one instead. That generates everything that I hit with, generates more Fury everything that I hit with Whirlwind. The reason being is that because I don't have Warrior Blood, I don't get the Fury generation that I need. Jeez, I shouldn't have been standing there. I should have run away, but I didn't think to do it. See? One guy can change the outcome. But yeah, I don't have that, so I'm not... all my other moves and stuff like that aren't generating the Fury. When you get Warrior Blood, that's what Warrior Blood and Solemn Vow do. You get positive Fury generation. Massive boost of Fury generation. So in doing that, you wouldn't need the Fury generation on your Whirlwind. But you still want Unforgiving because that little bit of boost is still beneficial. You still get extra from Unforgiving. So that's the main reason why that I haven't gotten over 40s yet with this Barbarian. Just due to the fact that Warrior Blood's so hard for me to collect. I still haven't found one. Oh my god. I ran right into him too. I saw him doing it and I couldn't turn in time. It's too late for me. My brain's no worky today. Ooh, time to stretch. Okay.
Not enough fury.
Oh, there we go. Shield pile will help. I didn't grab the shield pylon. Kurt, what are you doing? Stupid. Oh man, I am just so distracted today. That or I'm getting a little bit of lag. It took me three or four clicks just to get the freaking thing to respawn me. Oh, thank God I did that because these guys, would be terrible with Arcane and Lightning at the same time. So, like I was saying before though, Wednesday expect me to at least try a pilot if everything goes according to plan. Try my pilot out for Fallout New Vegas, restarting a playthrough of that, recording it for you lovely people. If you're still expecting more videos like this, like Diablo and other stuff that a lot of you guys actually do watch, that I'm still going to probably upload one, probably similar to that, something like that on Thursday. Hoping, that I do have more. Because, like, the one big thing that I have a stigma around for Diablo whenever I record these videos is that to make them interesting still and to keep them fun and not being the exact same video over and over again is that I really do need to make sure that I play a lot of this in my spare time, and I don't have a whole ton of spare time anymore to do that for this, especially because all it is just doing the same thing over and over again. So like a lot of times when I make a new character, it's because my old one gets stuck in a rut and like I have to wait until I get better stuff. Ooh, healing. Yay, poison healing. So I literally have to sit there and just wait until my character, or one of my other characters allows me to get enough so when I use a different character, I can use like Blood Shards or use him to do a normal rift and then get a drop that I need to show off more, like in to show the climbing that I'm doing, the slow and steady climbing. Because I think that's the best part that I have in these videos is that, you know, a lot of the videos you watch where it shows, you know, how to build, a lot of that revolves around, you know, that one-time build and they already have like perfect stuff for it, and so they show like a greater 50 plus once and like the stuff they use, and that's all well and good. But if you can tell, like I have very similar stuff and they don't show the process of getting to those rifts. And that's what I'm trying to do in a lot of videos I'm making, is showing the process of how this works and like what you should expect if you're going to be doing the same as me. And it takes a lot more time, effort, and patience than other building videos let on. They show a really great way of like how to build stuff and like how to manage things and how to maintain, but they don't show how they got there, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show you for each of the characters that I love playing as, like all the characters that I actually really enjoy playing as. This is the grinding that I go through to get to a point of even just doing greater 40s or higher. Oh, jeez. Let's not kill Kurt. Kurt's a nice guy. No, let's not kill him. I just have to avoid all the freaking ghosty bitches. No, 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 no. I'm gonna die. Yep. Nothing I could have done. The freaking ghosts, like any distance attacks in this game, like any of those characters that can hit you from a distance, ranged, are just my bane on these kinds of characters. But if this is anything to show you, the multiple deaths that I have and where I'm at now, that means my damage is okay. I'm doing alright for damage, but my survivability is piss poor. The reason why is because I don't have the warrior blood. If I had warrior blood, then I'd have blood funnel instead of freaking wind shear. Blood funnel will allow it so then I could survive longer because I'd be getting heals from everything I'm hitting. Constant healing. Because, no, come on. Jailer is also the worst thing that I could possibly get against me. Because Jailer means that you can't avoid any of their attacks. And I literally need to sneeze on one more guy and then I'll get it, but like I said, though, the blood funnel instead of getting the healing, because you're getting constant crits, you get constant health bonuses from that, and that'd be a lot more beneficial than what I'm doing right now. But I needed this just so I could maintain the damage, just so I could get to these greater, these high for me. Let's just go ahead and move on. You need to know when you're defeated in a game like this, too. Don't ever think that you're better than them and that you can beat them eventually, because then you're just going to waste time. Because as you can see, so it'll do it that way. Okay, Veracity is literally the best thing I could have gotten here, because Veracity can't kill me. He could probably do enough damage in one hit to kill me, but his poison heals me literally constantly. So literally, if I can get him to just kind of be a good boy, I could just do this. There we go, he's obeying now. So what I'm doing is I'm literally just holding myself in the corner and occasionally right-clicking and clicking 2 and 3 or WE. Yep. I should probably hold shift from now on too, I forgot about that. So as you can see, I have constant health regen now because of him. Veracity was literally the best enemy boss I could have gotten for this. Just because of Mars Kaleidoscope. If you're wondering for this though, honestly speaking, you could use almost any single amulet you wanted. If you wanted to have more survivability, in my personal opinion, the amulet that gives you lightning immunity, or the one that gives you poison. Mars Kaleidoscope or the Zephyrian, I think it is. One of those two would be probably the best for this build if you're going for survivability like that. Just because lightning damage, literally, I get killed by that all the time. And poison damage, you can get killed by that all the time. The only thing that would kind of suck is Jailer, so Arcane would be nice too. But Jailer happens... It does, but it's not a killer. The killer is when they hit you after Jailer. So I'm not too worried about that. Arcane you can easily avoid, and fire chains and stuff like that you can easily avoid too. So that's why I wouldn't pick fire or any of that such. Alright, come on, give me the thing I need now. There's a set thing. Damn it. Why did... I can't pick up anything else. What do you... You heard that, right? Oh, blood shards. I might as well leave this open to come get them. Let's just grab all these. Okay. 36, 32, 34. So let's just do this one. Gemicide. What is that? Oh, well, it already was the level 30. It was at 30, 32. Okay. Filled. All right. But yeah, so if you're doing survivability like that, a lot of other people have been going towards the whole
Don't be shy.
getting a
Luck always changes.
Hellfire Amulet as well, which is also a good idea. That could be a lot better for. It could also be a survivability case too, because you might get something that'll be like tough as nails for armor or something. But for the most part, though, that's for more damage if your survivability is already good. So like a Hellfire Amulet, Mars Kaleidoscope, Zephyrian, I think is what it is for the. Ooh, well that's good. Not really. Never mind. um, I didn't realize that mine was ancient as well. I thought mine was not for some reason. All those can be really good. So I would pick one of those depending on what you die the most from. Honestly speaking, if I had the Lightning Amulet, I'd probably use that over the Mars Kaleidoscope because I could give the Mars Kaleidoscope to my Crusader instead, who needs that poison a little bit better. But that'll do it for this episode. Let's see if we can get something out of this, guys. And that's a big fat no. That happens all the time to me, though, so I'm not too worried about it. Back to a while ago, what I was saying before I end this, though. Like I was saying, there is a lot of back work you do in this game if you're doing videos like I am that are kind of regular, semi-regular. So if you have multiple builds and you're doing a lot of stuff to show off, like all the builds and like showing your progress for it, you have a lot of stuff you do behind the scenes because a lot of these videos you don't want to make more than 30 minutes. And so you play the game for hours behind the scenes. I mean, as you can clearly see, I'll show you. 192,000 blood shards spent. Like, but 26 hours, 20 hours, 39 hours, 110 hours. It takes that much time in the background. Like you've only seen probably about 3 or 4 hours of each character at most if you watched all of them in a row. And so a lot of a lot of the work that you do behind the scenes actually takes a toll on it. So like it really all depends for Thursday, Thursday, like I was saying, if you see a video for this or not. It just depends on if I can get the time to continue doing more and trying to get more in the background. Because it's my hope that off camera I can get a warrior blood and show you the massive, the massive bonus you get off of it. Because having that Fury generation and the whirlwind increased attack speed and movement speed is the most beneficial thing you could do because the movement speed is going to make it so you can fly through the rifts that you need. But anyway, rambling aside, Fallout aside, everything aside, thanks guys for watching. And like I said, for Wednesday, just expect a Fallout video. And Thursday, hopefully another Diablo video if I can get more done. If not, you guys might watch me do it live. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks anyway. Thanks again, and we will see you soon.